Here we are. We're here with Jet Tila. He is an Emmy and James Beard Award nominated culinary anthropologist. That sounds super fancy, but he's also an executive chef. He is a best-selling author. He's an entrepreneur. He's a star from the Food Network. You know him from Iron Chef. You know him from Chopper. You know him from all the daytime talk shows, the radio shows. He's here in our studio tonight with an incredible today's special. It is a set of knives. Knives that are going to change the way you cook, change the way you prep, and change the way you feel about being in the kitchen with your favorite fruits and vegetables. You get a set of 2 today. So Chef Jet, welcome back to HSN. Congratulations. It is your second today's special.
It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Almost like a year and a half, 2 years now. Second TS. Really, really excited. I mean,
I'm going to sneak behind you.
No worries. You design all this stuff. I was really proud of it. And now I get to share it with you. I think you're going to like this one. I think the knife is the most fundamental tool that we need in the kitchen. And these are the best knives I think you can have. There's 2 in this set, by the way. There's a 7-inch chef's knife, and you know the chef's knife because it has the point and it tapers up. Japanese steel, by the way. Mediterranean olive wood on the handle, full tang, and all that means is the metal of the blade goes all the way through the handle. So when you're actually holding this correctly, you're not just holding the handle. The metal from the blade is in there, and that's what gives you full control, full confidence all the time.
You make it look so easy, but when you have the right knives, when you have the best tools, it actually makes your job a whole lot easier. I want to show you what you're getting. You're getting a set of 2 knives. One of them is the 7-inch chef knife, and the second one is the 5.5-inch. Pronounce this for me.
Oh, Nakiri. Yeah, just a Nakiri, a vegetable chopper, also known as a vegetable chopper.
So you get both of those. They are both constructed with Japanese steel. They have a full tang construction. We'll talk about all those incredible details, but you're getting balance, you're getting comfort, you're getting precision, you're getting quality, and you're getting them both for $39.95. Wow. The retail value on this knife set is $120.
That's right.
Okay, so $120 value is now $80 off. It's our final presentation. It's our last look. The 5 flexible payments and this incredible today's special price, they expire at midnight. If you want $80 off, incredible knives, knives that are designed by an award-winning chef, knives that are designed by a Food Network star. I mean, who else has those kind of bragging rights?
Nobody.
For a knife?
Only us at HSN here.
But that means it probably has to meet your very high standards,
well,
right?
You know what? Everything that I've designed here, they've really kind of let me go crazy. And why I love this is, again, let me explain the construction to you. Japanese steel. Holds an edge tremendously, doesn't lose that edge. If we go even deeper into this, I've laser etched the logo. And that's actually a functional reason. When you laser etch a logo, it's not a flat surface. And when you don't have a flat, perfect surface, you have what we call kind of air gaps, in my opinion. And what those air gaps do is they allow you to kind of just sail through food. So because you have, both knives have this, check it out. I'm drawing the knife through, but look, there's no friction. In fact, it's actually the opposite. It pushes the pieces that are being sliced apart, so you can actually do these kind of fanning motions. I mean, look at that, just like that. So full tang just means the metal goes all the way through. And I'm gonna show you one more functional item. So everything in the Chef Jet line is purposeful. The little logo there is actually a place where I want you to put your thumb. And then let's put the index finger on the back side, wrap the 3 little fingers back here, and this is called the pinch grip in the kitchen. The knife is now an extension of my hand. And if you're a chef from France and you've been French trained, you're taught to rock. That kind of up, down, forward motion. And if you're Asian, we're actually taught to chop. So instead of rocking, we're gonna chop. The nice thing about this pinch grip is you have full control of the knife and you could do both. And this is the chef's knife, and we have the Nakiri, and I'm gonna show you why you need both in a little bit here.
All right, so if you wanna lock this in, we have some really cool additional accessories, which are amazing. I'm just gonna give you a little tease, because this one blew my mind. This is a magnetic cutting board.
Yes.
A magnetic cutting board. It's not magic.
I like the motion.
It's magnetic.
That's right.
In fact, there's magnets built into the wood. We'll talk about that. It comes on a stand. That's why it's standing up, but it also is going to hold your knives. We have a bonus buy as well. So there's the magnetic cutting board, 886-185. The bonus buy is if you add the paring knife to your purchase of our today's special, you will get, I think it's what, $10 off? $10 off. The paring knife, which is the 4-inch size, same great solid wood, full tang, Japanese steel construction, you get $10 off the paring knife, which gets it less than $30. So with these 3 knives, can we just about do anything in the house?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? When people always ask me, hey, Jet, what are the knives you absolutely have to have? What are those knives? These are it right here. So paring knife, I think a lot of our friends and family, they love this size. And again, well, let me take you right through it right here. So 4-inch, again, the Japanese steel. These olive wood handles are from fallen trees, by the way. So we actually don't have to cut trees down or harvest them. And when you have a knife that has that really what I call kind of that bird's beak right in front, you can do things like whole strawberries. So all I'm going to do is insert the beak, and I'm just rotating the strawberry, and that's how you get that restaurant quality hulling right there. And when you usually have a serrated knife, you kind of tear through food, not this knife right here. I'm going to cut strawberries into super thin pieces, and only a super sharp Japanese edge is going to give you that perfect fan out right there. This is also my breakfast and my cocktail knife. Let me explain what that really means.
Does that mean you have them at the same time in the morning?
You know, depends on the weekends. It absolutely is, right?
But you're also cooking for your kids, your family.
Yes, and I
Your
like to
wife
start
is
a
an
lot of
amazing
mornings.
pastry
She's
chef
a
as well.
fantastic pastry chef. So that serrated edge is going to not crush your bagels, your baguettes. Look at that perfect cut there. And then we're going back to the Nakiri now. Our same place. Nakiri is basically a vegetable slicer. And because it doesn't have that long kind of edge, you can kind of get really up close and personal. So breakfast in our house, usually bagel, and I'll do cream cheese and a little tomato, and just look how cleanly I can get through that tomato. That is insane right there, and I can take it even thinner. And you can't hide from a tomato because they're full of juice. They're very easy to crush, so it only takes the sharpest knife. And the way I want you to think about this today's special is it's 66% off. Right, kind of the full price, which really means that it's not just buy one, get one. You're actually, for this price, it's 66% off. So help me do math.
Well,
at 10 o'clock, please.
It's
Someone help me do
$80
math.
off.
It's
$120 retail. These are really great knives. In fact, your knives have been all customer picks here at HSN. Some of them get only all 5-star reviews.
So cool.
That's impressive because I know we've got a very tough crowd out there, and you expect the best from HSN, as you should. You're very savvy shoppers. You shop around. When you come back to HSN, it means you have found the best quality at the best price. Now is the time to get knives. We've sold over 6,000 of these today.
Wow.
Can your knife do this? Can it crush a butternut squash? Can it slice a tomato as thin as paper?
I mean, look
Probably
at that.
not.
Butternut squash, I know a lot of my friends are guilty of buying the pre-sliced, pre-cut butternut squash. Shame on you. There's no reason. So we switched over from the Nakiri back over to the chef's knife, and now we want that extra 1.5 inches at the end there with that tapered tip, because that's going to give us more leverage to do that rocking French motion. And it's that rocking French motion that anchors the tip. Now you're just using a little bit of body pressure, and that's how you're going to just destroy your way through anything that's durable.
What's wrong with buying pre-cut foods?
Oh, you know what? A few things. Number one, you're probably paying 3 times the cost of buying it uncut. That's the first thing. Number two, a lot of them have preservatives. So sometimes they're using citric acid. They're using, like, who knows what's in there, and that's it. Why are you paying 3 times more? Things are expensive enough right now.
More? Food is expensive. So a
Food
couple
is
knives,
crazy expensive right now.
You know, you use them a couple times, it already pays for itself. You know what I'm guilty of is buying the pre-cut pineapple.
Oh,
because
really?
I'm afraid of cutting a pineapple.
My friend, Sarah, what is up? Why? We don't have to be
you know
anymore.
why? Because I don't have the right knives.
Oh, there you go.
That's why.
How about I show you how to use
show us how to cut
knife.
a pineapple.
I'll do the fast version.
If you just use this once, I mean, cut pineapple's expensive.
Pineapple should be about $3 to $5 retail, right?
Okay.
Cut pineapple, you're probably taking it to $20 if you're actually taking the whole pineapple into consideration, right? So I've taken the top and the bottom with one motion with the chef's knife. I've quartered it, and I'm gonna show you how easy pineapple is right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut it at an angle to take the core out. You can eat that if you want. I'm not the biggest fan of the core. I like infusing the core into spirits. Here's the jet trick here. All I want you to do is kind of cut through this pineapple, but don't split it all the way. You see how I've lifted it in half, but it's still connected by the skin? Now I'm gonna go in from the side, just a few wiggles back and forth. And look at that. I've made perfect pineapple boats. My kids could stick chopsticks in there, toothpicks in there, and that's it. And again, if you're trying to cut pineapple like they do at the store and you just want the fruit, same thing. I'm gonna take the core out. Okay, I'm going to use that I actually snack on those personally. And then I'm actually going to take the fruit out this time. I'm going to show you all the things you can do with pineapple. There's a million ways to do it, but look at that. In no time at all, you've got perfectly usable pineapple.
And the food is fresher if you cut it yourself.
Oh, totally.
And you're right, you're not getting some of those preservatives or extra salts or sauces or sugars that they might put in pre-cut food. Also, you want to know where your food comes from. I know a lot of you are going to go to the farmer's market this summer, and you're going to want to cut through everything from pineapple to potatoes. You're getting your onions, your cucumbers, your berries. I mean, there isn't a meal that we don't use a knife. Think about it.
No, not at all. And you know, again, like why?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, every single meal.
These are things that you need, and it's probably time to replace the knives that you have. If you're sawing back and forth, and if you're hacking, or if you only get halfway through that potato or that pineapple, it's probably a good time to replace your knives. What about getting true full Tang construction? That is what you want. You want that high quality. You want Japanese steel. You want that beautiful olive wood. You're getting a 2-piece set. It's beautifully gift boxed if you're thinking graduations or Dad's Day. Perfect for all the grads and dads out there, but also to update what you already have without spending $120. We locked in this price months ago, so we're bringing you the best value that expires at midnight tonight. In 6 minutes, we're moving on.
Wow.
And you will not have another knife today's special this year. This is our only knife today's special of the entire year. We're not going to do knives in the fall. We're not going to do knives at Christmas. We want you to cut watermelon yourself. They also sell the pre-cut watermelon.
Oh, I know it.
Which is probably also another waste of money, and it's not going to be as fresh.
I got to tell you, I'm not doing anything that we don't eat on a regular basis. I'm not doing anything weird and exotic. These are pineapples, tomatoes, bell peppers. I mean, these are the things we eat on the regular. And just look how this Nakiri is just cutting through the skin. Again, this is one of my favorite knives to prep vegetables and fruits with. And then here, that's gone right there. And the usable portion, or the yield was what we call it, on watermelon is huge. So here, I don't even need to do the whole thing. I'm gonna show you how to take that Nakiri knife and then make those fruit platters that we see at all the fancy restaurants. I'm gonna do a little more shaving because look at the detail I can get with this Nakiri knife. It's insane.
So precise.
Oh yeah, because it's razor sharp.
And you don't have to be a professional chef.
No.
To get the benefit from these great knives. By the way, a lot of you are adding the paring knife, which is $10 off. So do ask about the bonus buy. You want your third knife because that just really completes the set. These are the 7-inch chef and the 5.5-inch Nakiri knife. When you add the paring knife, you've got that smaller tool for everyday fruits and vegetables. And I know a lot of you are grabbing that magnetic cutting board. That's awesome because now you can just sort of create a whole new easy way to take care of your knives. Is it easy to take care of your knives?
Oh, it's so easy to take care of my knives. How about warm soapy water? How about no pressure at all in the wash? And then look at that. That's exactly how those fancy what is it? Breakfast, brunchy places do your pineapple.
The buffets, if you go on the cruise lines and the nice resorts and the fancy hotels.
And just that much pineapple pre-cut is probably going to cost you $6 to $8 right now.
Right.
These are $4 to $5 a pineapple, and you're going to get 4 times that yield.
If you use it a few times versus the cut fruits and vegetables, it's already paid for itself.
For sure. And this cutting board again, this is actually the body of the cutting board. It's a bamboo wrapped cutting board. It's got the magnets in the middle. And that comes, again, it's a really sexy way to display your knives, by the way.
I'll say say,
Right.
this is the coolest thing ever. We're gonna talk about that, but I want you to get through some other great demos, like, you know, it's not just for your fruits and vegetables.
No,
what else
no.
are we cutting?
So look, there's two-sided cutting board. One is the gravy side, like I have here. And what I'm gonna do is take that chef's knife, back to the chef's knife, 7-inch, perfect kind of Goldilocks width, in my opinion, because most chef's knife out in the stores are 6-inch, which is too short. You can't get a lot of leverage on them, or 8-inch, which is a little cumbersome. And you're like, you're not really ready for that really, really large knife. And they go up to 10 to 12 inches. 7 inches, chef's knife, it's gonna fit your hand like a glove. You're gonna fall in love with this knife. And look at that, perfect, coast to coast, medium rare, sliced perfectly. That's that restaurant slice. And it's all perception of value. I mean, if you really, really think
what's
about
the biggest mistake people make with the knives that they have in their kitchens right now?
Right now, your knives.
What's the biggest mistake?
Right now, your knives are dull. Right now, your knives are not full tang. They're not really great steel. They're not Japanese steel. They're not German steel. And forget about the full tang. The blade is stuck in that plastic handle. And then what happens over time when you wash it, it rusts from here out, and then it falls right out. When you have a full tang knife, when you have a wood like olivewood, which has a really, really tight grain, this will never fall apart over time. It just won't.
In the long run, it's a better investment because you're buying better. You're buying a $120 knife set. That's what you're getting today, a $120 knife set at $80 off. Now you get both. They come beautifully boxed, so they're ready to roll. Think about replacing what you have right now, and then you're done. This will be something that you use for years and years to come. You love the Jet Tila the Jet Tila knives. You love the quality, you love the sharpness, you love how they really will exceed your expectations, even if you don't know anything about knives.
Right.
As soon as you hold a good knife in your hand, you're like, oh,
that's how it should feel.
Oh, that's what a great knife is like. And it makes everything easier, right? Because the best tool in your toolbox is a sharp one.
Right, and you know what they say, a dull knife is a dangerous knife, by the way, right? You want something that, I mean, look at this.
What
This is
happens
a
when you have a
solid
dull
head
knife?
of cabbage. A dull knife does this, right? I'm just gonna demonstrate for you. A dull knife will slip, and once it slips, it creates a hazard. But a sharp knife bites right into the food, right? No matter how thick, no matter how dense it is. And look, in no time, you're making slaw, just like that. So just cabbage slaw. It just does so much work when you have a sharp knife. It really makes all the difference in the world. I could actually take it this way, and if I want long shreds, like what we would call chiffonades, then I'll just lay it down and go this way and go long.
Amazing. I know we're all trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. I know I am.
Yes, and this actually makes it easier.
It makes it easier when you have the right tools. And it's a knife set that looks so beautiful, you'll want to show it. You'll want to display it on that magnetic cutting board. This is the first ever Today Special that we have from Jet Tila that has the knives, so that's
right.
awesome. It's also our only knife set Today Special of the entire year. Here's what happens at midnight. In less than 2 hours, the price goes away. In less than 2 hours, the 5 flex pay on everything, that also expires. So we've got a great $120 knife set that's $80 off today. This is honestly like $20 a knife. Do you have to spend a lot of money for great quality knives? Ask Jeff.
Not tonight.
Ask
Not tonight,
Chef
you don't.
Jeff, because I mean, you're the